Hello, my name's Sarah Parati, and I've been interning here at Mianus River Gorge this summer. I'm from South Salem, New York, and currently starting my senior year at Wheaton College in Massachusetts, where I'm majoring in environmental science. Some of my career interests are ecology, agriculture, and marine biology. When I'm not out in the field, I enjoy spending time with friends and family, fishing, playing sports, and taking photos of nature, especially my chickens.
First, I'll be talking about the independent project that I've been working on, and then I'll be touching on the awesome things that we do day to day here as an intern. My project was focused on the remapping and improved data collection of the vernal pools that are on the property of Mianus River Gorge or on other areas that are managed by the gorge. So you might be asking yourself, well, what is a vernal pool? By definition, a vernal pool is a depression in the ground that fills up with water in the spring and then gradually dries out over the course of the year. Because they dry out, this means that fish cannot live there. Certain species of amphibians lay their eggs and have the babies develop until they can leave the pool there because they are safe. If you are looking for a vernal pool and can't find it, you might just be looking at the wrong time of the year when there's no water, because the only sources of inflow are by rain and snowfall. If there's a stream coming into the pool, it is not considered a vernal pool. Vernal pools are essential ecosystems for many species that use them to live and breed in. Some of these species are the wood frog, who's known for the appearance of a robber's mask on its face, the marbled salamander, the spotted salamander, the Jefferson salamander, and fairy shrimp. The frogs and salamanders have natal fidelity, just like turtles with beaches, which means they return to the same vernal pool in which they were born in to breed. This is why it is essential to keep those vernal pools pristine. We began by utilizing the map of the Mianus River Gorge and other managed properties on the Avenza maps in order to locate previously marked vernal pools and identify possible new ones. We identified possible new ones by using contour lines in order to look for depressions while being careful to make sure there were no streams as inflows. Throughout my time here, I looked at and took data on about 45 different vernal pools, so I'm going to walk you through my process. The first step was to locate which vernal pool we wanted to visit and follow the map in order to get there. Upon arrival, we wanted to know which type of vernal pool it was, so a couple of examples are forest depression and swamp depression. We also took note of roughly how much water there was, so like if it was dry, that'd be 0%, if it was more than 25%, 50%, or 75% full. I took photographs of each vernal pool from north facing south and south facing north, and if it was really massive, then we would do east to west and west to east as well. Canopy coverage, so if the pool was opened or shaded, was recorded. We took an edge canopy percentage using an app at least 5 different points taken around the pool, sometimes more if the pool was larger, to give us an average percentage of the canopy coverage. The dominant overstory and understory tree species were recorded for each of the pools along with the type of vegetation in the pool, so like if it was herbaceous, shrubby, or didn't have any. There was also a note section to note any important observations. The main observations recorded were about dead trees, because this could alter the tree canopy cover, since the dead or fallen trees used to stand tall with many leaves. In addition, this is where I would note invasive species, such as the Japanese stiltgrass that was present in several of the pools, but it was also important to document the native plants, such as the blue flag iris and the eastern hemlock tree. These notes are helpful when looking at which pools may need extra protection in the future, such as the ones being taken over by invasives, or the ones with hemlock trees, or even beech trees since they are both at risk of disease. This is what it looks like after I upload the photos and enter the data into a point representing a vernal pool on my individual Avenza map. We then head back to enter the data into a database. GIS technology with ArcGIS Pro was used in order to enter in all the data collected from the previously and newly identified pools to create an accurate new map. Upon completion, anyone with an access to this map will be able to click on a vernal pool to see the location and see photos along with descriptions of the data I collected. In the future, which species are in each pool will be added to this data collection after a DNA analysis is done. Learning this software was completely new to me and challenging, but it is a very important skill that I am able to take away from this internship and use in the future, which could also set me apart from others who do not know softwares like this one. I'm proud of the work that I have done, and I had a blast conducting this research alongside my mentor, Bud Baverka, who taught me so much throughout this project. Knowing where the vernal pools are is important so that future findings can easily be compared to the data we already have to see how these vernal pools may develop and change. Also, once the DNA analysis is done within these pools, we will know the species diversity these ecosystems carry. If you live near a vernal pool, make sure you're not doing anything that could pollute it, especially that you're not using fertilizers that could end up in one. I also recommend that you prevent any invasive species from invading the area in order to keep the species living and breeding in these vernal pools as safe as possible. In addition to my individual project, some of the day-to-day tasks that I completed were pulling and burning invasive species, putting up exclosures, and taking part in other ongoing research projects. Some of my favorite days were when we went bird banding at the Bedford Autobahn, worked with the conservation dog to find turtles, walked the river to clean up trash and prevent invasive species such as water chestnut from spreading, and attending conferences because I learned a lot at them. Throughout my internship, I further validated my love for nature and being in the outdoors. I know that when I'm looking for jobs in the near future and thinking about career paths, I will highly be considering research positions in the outdoors surrounding similar work to what I have done here at Mianus River Gorge. Throughout this internship, I've made strong connections with the other interns and my bosses to help propel me through my career. I gained experiences in many different aspects of ecology and field research. I could take what I learned to school with me this semester, especially when it comes to identifying plants in the field and setting up research projects. I'm extremely grateful to have had this opportunity to complete this internship at Mianus River Gorge, and I would like to give a special thanks to the Rusticus Garden Club and their ongoing support.